NBA created an NFT platform with over 1.5 million users that has over 20 million market transactions that are valued over $1 billion. What's the secret behind the world's most successful brand-led NFT platform? This is LABS3 Secrets Unlocked. I'm your host, Sarah, and today I'm here with Vincent, the director of LABS3. So tell us, what is NBA Top Shot?
NBA Top Shots is essentially digital trading cards in the form of Moment NFTs. Moments are NFTs of officially licensed NBA video highlights. And just like physical trading cards, you can buy them, you can sell them, you can trade your Moment NFTs.
So why are people buying the NBA's Moment NFTs?
So there's definitely an investment aspect to it. But like with physical trading cards, you collect them because you like the players, you're a fan. So the whole point of collecting and building our collections is that it's a way of showing off, or what we refer to in hype culture as flexing. And a part of it is flexing to show off to others, but a big part of it is flexing to show off to ourselves.
What is the NBA doing right? A lot of brands are launching NFTs right now, and this is by far one of the most successful NFT projects launched by any major brand.
So you're absolutely correct. And at over $1 billion, NBA Top Shots, it's the 7th biggest NFT project on the market today. And compared to other brands like Nike, Adidas, Gucci, D&G, it's really in a league of its own. And a big part of the success, of course, is the brand of the NBA. But I think there's 3 best practices: human-centered design, gamification, and loyalty and rewards.
And do these best practices apply to other industries?
So NBA Top Shots, it's a great case study on how to use NFTs to build an entirely new billion-dollar business at lightning speed. And it's also a great case study in how brands can tap into the psychology of flexing. And it applies to all industries and consumer brands, not just sports leagues.
Got it. But how does it really work? Walk us through the user journey.
So if you're a first-time user, the user journey starts with buying packs. And packs contain an assortment of Moment NFTs, and you open packs the same way that you would open a physical pack of cards. And packs will cost anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, depending on the scarcity of the moments inside.
And what are moments? What do they look like?
So a moment is an NFT of a video highlight from the NBA. And what's cool is the NBA releases these videos as the season unfolds. So collecting them is kind of like collecting a story of the NBA season. And because moments are NFT, they're non-fungible, meaning each individual moment is unique and it cannot be replicated.
Okay, but what's the difference between a Moment NFT and a YouTube video?
So I think a simple analogy is to think about an Andy Warhol original print and a replica. With a Warhol replica, it could be exactly the same paper, the same paint, it could even come from the same printing press. But the original is going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the replica is going to be worth close to zero. If you own a Moment NFT of a LeBron James dunk, you're the only one with this officially licensed NBA video highlight. And if you own a YouTube clip, it's just a replica. It's not the original. And so in the same way that an art gallery would guarantee the authenticity of a Warhol print, the blockchain guarantees the authenticity of this Moment NFT.
Oh, that makes sense. So what else would we need to know about moments?
So there's a concept of scarcity, which is set by the NBA. And the NBA sets different tiers depending on the scarcity, and supply ranges from as high as tens of thousands for the common tier to as low as less than 100 for the legendary tier. And just like with physical trading cards, the lower the supply, the higher the price. And there's also other details like badges and player popularity that affect scarcity and price.
And how much would a Moment NFT go for?
Well, the most expensive Moment NFT sold to date was this LeBron James dunk, which sold for over $387,000. And it's special because it's LeBron as a Laker during a reverse windmill dunk, which is Kobe Bryant's signature dunk. And this was shortly after Kobe passed away. So it's kind of like a tribute There's a sentimental value there. It's also super scarce because there's only 59 of these NFTs, and this is number 3 of 59, which is a very low serial number, and that also adds to its scarcity.
Oh, I see. So how do the points work?
So every moment you own translates into something called a Top Shot score, which is essentially the price of the moment you paid multiplied by 10. And there's this infinite game loop where you want to keep collecting, to keep increasing your score, to keep unlocking rewards. And some of these rewards are digital, and some of these are physical. It could be access to super rare NFTs, or it could be game tickets, or maybe you get to meet and hang out with your favorite NBA player.
But a lot of brands use gamification. It's not unique to the NBA. I'm still curious, how has the NBA grown their NFT platform to over $1 billion in transactions? But before we get to that, tell me about the business model. How do they make money?
So there's 2 main revenue drivers. The first is pack sales. So when you buy packs, 100% of the sales counts as revenue. And the second is commissions from the marketplace. So aside from packs, you can also buy individual moments from other users through the NBA Top Shots marketplace. And here the platform takes 5% commission on each trade. So for example, Sarah, if you sold me a moment for $1,000, you would keep $950 and the platform would take $50. The profits are then shared between the NBA, the MBPA, which is the Players Association, and Dapper Labs, which is the blockchain technology partner behind Top Shots.
So what is the NBA doing right, and what can other brands learn from them? You mentioned human-centered design?
That's right. And human-centered design, it's about culture, it's about heritage, and it's about human emotion. So NBA fans have been collecting physical cards since 1948, and collecting physical cards has been picking up momentum in the last 2 years. In fact, the top 25 most expensive cards in history were sold in the last 2 years. So the NBA is tapping into an existing hobby, a mature user base, and an existing set of user behaviors. And this is important because many brands make the mistake of trying to create a new set of user behaviors with their NFT projects.
So I had been a cardboard collector more than 20 years ago, and when my friends told me about Top Shot, it was amazing because I had stopped collecting cards for more than 20 years, and this was an opportunity to do the same but in a digital world, and one that could solve the problems I had with cardboard, things like mint condition, keeping the condition of cards, and having access to a market. That was amazing for me.
So where human-centered design really comes through is the pack opening experience. When we open a pack of physical cards, we get excited anticipating what we're going to find. And it's the same with opening Moment NFT packs. And here the NBA magnifies the anticipation and emotional hook by live streaming these pack openings.
So I think the learning here for brands is to really tap into an existing user behavior. With Top Shot, it was tapping into that collector's mindset. The other thing you mentioned was gamification and a flywheel. So what's the role of gamification?
So gamification is what the NBA uses to drive this flywheel and keep users coming back. And gamification comes in the form of different challenges. And I'll talk about 2 in particular. Flash challenges and locking challenges. So flash challenges are interesting because they make use of the live entertainment aspect of the NBA. And flash challenges are tied to the outcome of a live NBA game. So you're watching the game and you're actively participating in the challenge at the same time. So for example, during the 2022 NBA All-Star Weekend, they had 5 challenges over 3 days. 1 for each of those contests, like the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. For the dunk contest, the flash challenge was to collect 5 moment NFTs, 1 for each of the participants. But the moment you collect for the winner of the dunk contest had to be from either the fandom, the rare, or the legendary tier, which is more scarce. If you collected all 5, you'd get a limited edition Miles Bridges Moment NFT.
Oh, I can see how flash challenges adds this extra layer of excitement to watching a live NBA game, and also increases the stickiness.
That's right. And by tying flash challenges to major events like the All-Star Weekend, This is also a way for the NBA to raise awareness of its NFT platform. I mean, we have to remember that even at 1.5 million users, this is still a very low level penetration of the total global NBA fan base, which is in the tens of millions.
So what about the locking challenges?
So locking challenges is a new form of gamification that uses a property that is unique to the blockchain called staking. And so when fans stake or lock their Moment NFTs, it gets locked for a whole year. You can't sell it, you can't gift it, you can't withdraw it, and you can't trade it. They're locked up. So why would you do that? Well, first, during the 365-day locking period, you earn rewards throughout the year. And these are both digital rewards and real-world prizes. And the second thing is that you can earn points to compete in something called the team and individual leaderboard. And this is a deeper level of gamification.
And is this different from the Top Shot score?
So there's the Top Shot score that we mentioned earlier, which is tied to the overall dollar value of your collection. And there's another leaderboard which is tied to the specific teams and players. So for example, if you lock a LeBron James moment, you earn points both on the Lakers team leaderboard and the LeBron James individual player leaderboard. And this is really a way of showing people, I'm a real Lakers fan, I'm a real LeBron fan. I'm willing to hold on to this moment for a whole year. I'm not selling it, I'm not trading it, I'm a real fan. So flash challenges are interesting because it makes use of the live entertainment aspect of the NBA, and locking challenges are interesting because it goes to the heart of a core concept in blockchain called tokenomics, which is related to the economics of supply and demand with these NFTs.
So how does locking and these locking challenges affect tokenomics?
So locking does two things. First, it temporarily reduces the supply of Moment NFTs, and this increases the scarcity and also the price in the short term. And second, it also incentivizes users to hold on to these moments instead of flipping them, because you want to earn rewards.
I can see how this is important for brands who are thinking about the long-term sustainable development of their NFTs. They don't want to create a bubble. They want people to hold their NFTs, and they want their brand's NFTs to go up in value over time. So we've talked about human-centered design and gamification. What else is the NBA doing right that other brands could apply to their business?
So the Top Shot's rewards and loyalty program is very comprehensive, and it's something that they've really invested time and energy into designing. All brands talk about loyalty, but so few get it right.
It's been a really big effort to reward our biggest collectors and show them that we are the future of fandom. We will fly you in from anywhere in the world to come to that game. So and we'll put you up in a great hotel. We give you Uber credits so you can get around the city. We also take people out to dinner, athlete meet and greets, just some different unbuyable experiences. So
I can see why you would want to build your collection to unlock these digital and physical rewards. You can't buy these rewards, they're unique. And getting these rewards and being able to share that with your friends is really the ultimate flex. This is really something all consumer brands could learn from.
You're absolutely right. And that's really the secret behind the NBA's billion-dollar NFT platform. It's this trifecta of human-centered design, gamification, and its rewards and loyalty program. And this not only hooks fans, it keeps them coming back. And if brands can apply these three principles to their NFT projects, they're going to be able to tap into the psychology of collecting as an investment, collecting for the fun of collecting, and collecting as a form of competition or flexing. And that's what's going to unlock the next $1 billion of growth.
I can go on YouTube and type in and see these same highlights. Why am I paying money for this? Definitely, you have the investment side of it because it's booming so much. Hold on to that and let that, it would appreciate over time, as more people get in and more, Top Shot expands, that'll be worth even more. But then that other half of it, just this is really fun to play, to collect, really fun to just, do that. I'm like one of the regular dudes out there. I'll be selling some moments because I want to buy, I want to buy a Drew Holiday, legendary or something. So I'm like, all right, I got these ones. I can sell these ones. I can flip it into this one. So, opening packs and just trying to collect them. And I'm competitive. So especially Tyrese Halliburton, he doesn't know this, but I secretly look at his account. I'm like, all right, I got to have more moments. Yeah, I'm competitive. Seeing the other NBA guys, I'm like, I gotta, be on the top of this.
Thanks for watching this episode of Secrets Unlocked. At the end of each video, we recap the key brand learnings and crypto concepts covered in the case study. If you enjoyed our analysis, let us know your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to our channel.